Hey, what's up, everybody? Long Box Love Affair here. So this is my first attempt to live stream. Let me try to get this. Again, I'm orange. I don't know why. I guess the lights are dim in here. I'm gonna try to change it up a little bit. So it's going to be a little unpolished. Bear with me. Just checking things out here. So this is my first live stream. I don't have the comments on. I'm still trying to figure this out, everybody. So bear with me, uh, or the one person that's watching so far. How you doing? Maybe better than blue. Yes, that's for sure. I went to an antique hall today, and I knew that they had some comics, and I went out of my area quite a bit. And hey, J. Rodham, how you doing? So I went out of my area a bit to check out this antique sale, and I knew they had comic books, and I saw what they had, and they're not anything I really collect. There's some Superman, there's some Batman, there's some World's Finest, and there's some annuals that caught my eye, and I was like, okay, let's try it out. I have no idea what they're going to charge for these, and it could be $1, it could be $20, it could be $200. You never know with these antique places. So what I found out was that each book was part of a set. So you had to buy a whole set that wasn't necessarily in chronological order. It was just a grouping. So a group of Superman, a group of Batman, and that's how much they charged, and that's what they showed. So I got there. I was first in line, and got my ticket and went in. And I found out where the comics were ahead of time, and I zoomed right in. And so what I realized is there were 20 people behind me, and there was at least one person looking for comic books as well. So the hunt was on. And there was one guy in line trying to say, well, I'm looking for a stereo. So could you go to the basement and get the stereo first and then go do your comic books? I was like, no. I wasn't going to sacrifice what could potentially be a haul. And let's just say that this is part of the haul that I have here. Oh, there's the color. If I block the light, there we go. So there's just one box, and then there were some magazines to the side that I was not interested in. So like romance comics and things like that, which I'm not into. And so I'm sifting through the box, and I'm seeing the prices, and the prices aren't that bad. Hey, Doom, how you doing? So the prices aren't that bad at the sale. Roughly maybe $5 or less a book if I'm looking at the sets and how much they're asking for it. The books are not in excellent shape. They're kind of beater copies. So, hey, Brandon. So let me show you what I found at the end of the box, which is what I was into, and I'll tell you how much I paid for it. Gomez, hey. So these are the books that were in the end of the box, and they weren't bagged and boarded. Everything else was. So I picked these up for $10. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books here. So I picked up a giant-sized Batman #5. And keep in mind, I haven't researched these yet. I wanted to throw these up on YouTube as fast as I could, just to kind of show it off. And if you see something that is highly desirable, let me know. So this is a pretty cool issue. Giant size Batman. Then there's a giant Superman annual #7. Are you guys bidding? This is not an auction, guys. So just a cool, square bound cover. It's got a chunk out of it, but hey, what the heck? This is a cool cover. Giant Batman 185. It's got a cool, potentially Death of Robin they're teasing there. We all know that did not happen. This is pretty decent condition. Superboy 129. There was a whole bunch of Superboys there, older Superboys, probably from the 60s. I left those there as they were. So these were the last ones in the box. So I didn't pull anything out until I had these. And then there's Giant Superman Annual number 8. So pretty different book there. Just old school Superman. And Giant Size Superman number 6. And this got a little bend here. So I need to give these some TLC. So these were in the box. I asked how much they were, and he's like, $10 for all of these. I was like, okay. There was a guy hovering right behind me, and I knew he was there. I could just feel his presence. I could hear him shuffling around, looking over my shoulder. And the moment I pulled these out of the box, he's like, damn. Uh, and he was angry. I was a little nervous because he's hovering and then he's looking at these and it's like, and he said something to the tune of, um, he's like, that's what I wanted or something like that. And really not joking, just really kind of aggressive about it. And I was like, is this guy going to charge at me for pulling the books he wanted? And then I went back to the front of the box. Is that what Freddy's does? So I went back to the front of the box because I wanted to revisit these, and I started pulling the books, and so I pulled almost half the box, and the guy was pissed. He was so pissed. He was huffing, puffing, and just oh yeah, Gomez. He was huffing and puffing and basically saying he wasted 2 hours. I don't know if he drove 2 hours to get there or what. I drove a bit myself. He's like, 2 hours to do this, and I'm not, just not getting the books he wanted. And then I left some Superboys for him, and oh yeah, I hope the volcano's doing okay for you, Doom. I don't know if you're even near that area. Sorry. Sidebar. I'm reading the comments here. So thinking of you. But I assume if you're on here that you're doing okay. But okay, back to the story. So the guy charged out of there. Awesome, awesome. The guy charged out of there. So fast forwarding, and I'm going to back up. When I left with my comics, the guy that was at the front, he's like, "You're just pissing people off." I was like, "What?" And he's like, "That guy." He's like, he's just muttering and so pissed off. I was like, "Well, then he should have got there earlier." I felt bad. I'm smiling now because I've had all day to worry about it, but I felt bad that the guy was so upset that he didn't get the comics he wanted, because I know how that feels. I would have kept it inside. I wouldn't have bitched and moaned behind the person's back. But regardless, I still bought some comics. He left with some cash in his pocket, and I did not. So let me show you what I got. So this is how they were listed. So they had these placards in there. These probably silver or golden age backing boards, and they put the price. So Action Comics slot of 12 for $60. Again, I am not a huge collector of Superman or Batman of this era, but I thought I'd pick these up as potential investments, or maybe I didn't, maybe I crapped out here. So if you see anything, let me know if it is a gem. I'm going to do some looking up of these later. So Action Comics 336. We got some Supergirl on the cover, riding a horse. I'm just going to kind of go through these. Action Comics 298. A little super Lex Luthor action here. These are the earliest Superman issues I have now. This is a cool cover. Action 332 with a Supergirl on that. Just a little different there. Action 291. And Action 315. And all these have some issues, spine rolls or what have you. But if we boil it down to price per comic, I think it wasn't so bad. Action 292. Action 294, and Action 327. Oh, and still some more in that lot. 297, right? Yeah, 297. Again, these are like such old school covers. 302. and Action 299. I don't know what's going on here. Did Superman have a baby with Supergirl? And the last one of that set looks very different. It's Action 300. Red Sun cover. So, where's the popcorn, Danny? Yeah, so after I hang up with this video, I'm going to see Avengers Infinity War again. It's a rainy day here, and thought it would be good to catch that again. I haven't seen Deadpool yet, but I'm holding off for my buddy who I promised I'd go with. So he's not available this weekend, so I said, okay, hold on. So next up I bought was, and these are all 12-cent comics for the most part, old DC logo, 12 centers. So the next one that I saw was Superman, and these were $25, so $5 each. Superman 161, Superman 166. Hey, Prowler, how you doing? Gomez, you're getting a lot of love in chat. Superman 159. I don't know who that is. Is that supposed to be Lois? Oh, Supermaid. I've never heard of that. Supermaid. Is that who's these days? I'm sure. Superman 168. Some more Lex Luthor super action. 167. So those were kind of just different. And then there are 7 adventure comics for $20 that I picked up. And these are cool. I enjoyed these. The covers are pretty cool, and they're not in bad condition. And they include the Legion, so 357. Really like this cover for some reason. Really old school. So got that. Adventure 320. I didn't know this series, Adventure Comics. I knew Adventures of Superman back in the 80s and 90s. Adventure Comics 3. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I don't have a box big enough. Adventure Comics 291. And Adventure Comics 330. You got a overweight Superman there. I wonder what's going on here. Or Superboy, maybe? Superboy in the Legion of Superheroes. Those are huge, yeah. I don't know. These aren't really, they're not really good backing boards, so I'm going to have to figure something out. And so here's Bizarro in Adventure Comics 307. Yeah, 307. And the last Adventure Comics one I have is 338. Gosh, these are huge numbers. So these storylines went on forever back in that time. Not many left, but there were a couple World's Finest that I picked up. I don't know what I paid for these, but there are 3 of World's Finest. I'm a fan of the Batman stuff back then. So 128, weird looking Batman there. Yeah, TMC. I think so. I think these are worth more than I paid. I figured it was an investment. Maybe I lost, but maybe I gained some. But I'll do some research and look at this. Did anyone have any thoughts of are any of these sought after? Probably not. World's Finest 129. These are probably filler for people that are just collecting. You don't see these every day. That's another reason why I just picked it up, because it's just kind of cool to have. This one's really cool with Batman. It's World's Finest 136. Robin unveiling his Batman's cape or cowl. And then for $5, this was a standalone Detective Comics 310. Got the elongated man, and I know it's not Flex Metallo, but and then Batmite. So there you go. And then I bought 2 Batman comics for $25. Batman 150. Contender, I think these are like double wide bags and boards. I don't know what they are. They are whatever the antique place had on hand, I'm sure. So we'll see. Let's see here. And then Batman 152. So this is the last one. Just a really different haul for me. I don't collect these issues. I wish it was Marvel. But the Batman stuff is classic. The classic Batman logo. Really excited for these. So yeah, so that's what I got. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna look through eBay just to see what kind of prices these are fetching. I don't know if I'll flip these or hold on to them, but for the time being, they're going to be here in my collection, and just add something unique. Oh, sorry, unique to my collection here. What I am really excited, I need to get bags and boards for these are because of this. These issues. So these are the ones that made that guy pissed off. And actually, to circle back on that story, as I drove away, I kept on looking in my rearview mirror to make sure I wasn't being followed. I called my mother and told her the story on the way back, and she's like, "Is that guy gonna attack you?" I was like, "No." She's like, "Well, do people ever do that?" I was like, "Maybe, but I can't live my life in fear of that. I'm not nervous for the guy. Just we have a lot more other things to worry about in life rather than someone getting upset over me picking out the comics before him." But like I said, I know how that feels. So that's my haul. This is my first live video. So hopefully it goes off without a hitch. Hopefully it saves so that anyone that did not catch the live stream could check it out. So yeah, I'm off to see Avengers again. So I'm excited about that. I appreciate everyone for joining. 15 people for the first time. That is awesome. And I'm always so humbled by the support that everyone in the YouTube community gives. I've been watching a lot more videos. I've been trying to comment a lot more. Yeah, so thanks, Danny. Thanks, TMC, Gomez, Doom, Contender, and I can't see the rest of y'all on here, but I know some of you have been commenting. Martian Comic Hunter. So thanks, everyone. And I got to figure out how to turn this live stream off. Brandon, yes, I am more of a Marvel person too. I get that. And I wish there were more, but that's all they had. So thanks, everyone. And I don't know how to turn this off. Let's see. Do I just press the X? There's no off. There's no off. So, all right. Thanks, everyone, and take care.